healthy kidney. It's a new topic for me, but I I heard about this problem long time, and but I never, you know, talk about it. And finally, I guess it's so common nowadays, and it's probably because of genetic food. Hey, what happened? I lost the slide. Oh, I twist. Okay. Um, so it's just I came across so many people. Like in fact, I just met another lady in the office today in Hong Kong, and this lady already kidney transplanted due to anemia. And she's not old. She looks like probably just 50. She's anemic. I can tell her skin all yellow, and she already had a kidney transplant. And it's all because of anemia. That's the whole point. And so I'm glad I'm on this subject. I guess we're all kind of like, I'll share what I know, okay? And, but has to do with eating bad oil, okay? Eating bad oil just is it's the basic cause for all chronic illnesses, including anemia. Okay, I can tell you that because when I first learned about the black cumin seed 10 years ago, I mean, when I saw one of the study from USA, that this is a cancer institute, and they were testing the black cumin seed with the patients that suffering cancer tumors. And then they noticed that while they give the people the black cumin seed oil, they discovered the tumor shrink 50% and that the bone marrow cells activity increased 250%. Oh, it's eye-catching. I said, wow, then that means all the people anemic are good news. And now I tell you what, this is it. So if you want to find out more about what is bad oil, please look up my other video. Now, and the worst part is this last one, the petroleum oil. This is it. I read this book, I think probably in the 80s, Silent Spring. Okay, I turned the book around. It's still selling. It's a classic book. Okay, and got translated in Chinese in Shanghai. And it's a classic. Anybody love green, go environmental, they got to read this book. This is why I learned about all these pesticides. And I literally, this book alarmed me about all these synthetic chemicals. And this author, scientist, she studied the ocean wildlife. And she realized after the World War II, into the 60s, it's like after 20 years, why the natural animals are dying off. So it affects the hormone, the liver, and the brain, and very sad. And in this book, if you can find a copy, and she even project that there'll be many people suffering brain tumors. Now this is like, how old this book? 50 years. She projected that back then. So anyway, so I'm so happy I got rain to take everything. Now, oops, sorry, I went the wrong way. Okay, so the cell membrane got blocked by bad lipid. Okay, I use oil and fat and lipid, interchange all the time. So you understand, this is what is a 55% of the cellular membrane is cholesterol, lipid. And if we've been eating all bad oil since after the World War II, oxidized oil, okay, maybe I say oxidized, okay, I shouldn't say bad because people kind of like disagree with me. Oxidized, okay, when the oil is oxidized because they add preservative to extend the shelf life of the pressed oil. Actually, the whole bottle of oil already oxidized. They're no good for us. but we still use it to cook it, okay? So now, cholesterol, look at, it's actually hormone, okay? And 75% to 80, depending which book you're reading, is produced in your liver. Your liver is a chemical factory. It takes all the toxins in your blood, the fatty toxins, the toxins that come from fat, okay, like the oxidized oil, like the petroleum oil, also excess sugar turn into saturated fat. So that's another fat, okay? Excess sugar. So, and your liver will take this fatty toxins, and the liver will change it, perform some chemistry, and return into water-soluble toxins. So our body can eliminate it. So that's the power of the liver. But also the liver, because a lot of fat, a lot of cholesterol in there, it will make the good cholesterol for you. And now that I remember 45 years ago, when I was quite young, after college, working about 10 years, the doctor told me I have low cholesterol in my liver, in my blood, low, unusual. But I was very skinny, extreme dry skin and dry hair. So today I'm telling you, when I see some young people very skinny and dry skin, I'm not kidding with you. I know exactly what it is, okay? So, and I think for the past at least good 30 years, 40 years, we consumers been confused by these advertisements. You know, when we go shopping, the labels say cholesterol free, go low fat, non-fat. Because the doctor said no, whoever's advertising said cholesterol is bad for you, heart attack. So we consumer believe it. So a lot of family been taking a lot of these non-fat, low-fat food. And purposely, I had this mom brought her son to me in San Francisco. It was like when I first started 10 years ago. And he's a very skinny boy. He's about 20 years old. Very handsome, tall, but skinny. And he has mental problem because it hit him when his father died in a car accident. So it just, the mom said he got hit. I mean, he got trauma in the brain. He lost his father, okay? And from then on, he act funny. He go outside the house, come back naked, no clothes on. Okay, so mom put him in the hospital. But, you know, then when he come down, then he come back home. So he brought him to see me. And I asked the mom, I said, hey, by the way, what kind of milk you buy for your son to drink? She said, oh, 2% low fat. Oh, I said, oh no, that's the problem. You know, cholesterol, people don't understand. Cholesterol makes all the hormone. Cholesterol makes all the hormone. You didn't eat when you're young, you know, you're going through puberty. You see, from 1 year old, you know, you see the kids growing, you know, they have good fat, supposed to be. I think all the baby born with some fat in the cheek, don't you think so? They're all cute and the skin so soft. It's just when they grow into like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Sometimes I look at some kid, they're about 7 years old, real skinny. I will tell the mother or father, please, you better fatten your kid. They need some fat. This is the problem. And that's what happened to the boy. I'm pretty sure the mom just cooked the wrong food. So, but anyway, so I told her, and I know he felt better after taking so, definitely. So cholesterol is very important, okay? I always tell people, if you are in the skinny family, you better start eating a little fat. And years ago, I was in a bookstore. It was up in China. And this book said, when you get old, you should take more fat. I didn't buy the book, okay, because I'm not too good in reading Chinese. So that's how it is. Fat is very important. You see right here, the mother of all hormones. Our body produces about, manufacture over 50 hormones throughout the whole body, okay? And not just testosterone and estrogen, more. And tonight I'm gonna talk about the kidney. So important. Cholesterol, I remember, makes all the hormones. You see, this is it. This is from a book, okay? All these hormones, the top ones are the brain, the one on the left is all these cortisols, your immune system. These hormones are for your immune system. Then over to the right, the second column, the second row is testosterone, and then estrogen, okay? You see cortisol is on the fourth row, the second column. So all these are manufactured, precursor from the cholesterol. So can you imagine, I know you understand cholesterol is so important. I'm telling you, today, most of the people, when they hear cholesterol, they mean bad. Probably at least 50% of people might be taking cholesterol medicine every day. Now, American FDA, I think about 3 years ago, they came out, FDA came out say, cholesterol is not an illness. It has nothing to do with heart attack. So you don't have to take medicine. That was from FDA USA about 3 years ago. So I hope if you have little cholesterol problem, don't take the medicine. I mean, this is American FDA. I don't know about Asia, okay? Usually Asia is about 10 years behind. So very important to understand the importance of cholesterol. Now, cholesterol, and I say, is in the family of fat, okay? So 10 years ago, when I saw this essential fatty acid seed nutrition, I love it already. The little knowledge I have, this one is the most important. This German scientist, he's on the internet. He received 2 Nobel Prize awards. He's the one that discovered about essential fatty acids that specifically is 3 and 6, okay? Little 3, little more 6. 6, well, not too much now, okay? But your body will balance it, okay? And they say, these are special fat that must be supplied from outside the body every day. From food and certain oils. Why it's called essential? Because your body cannot make it. You see why I used to, before I saw rain, more than 10 years ago, I buy this so-called udo oil. My professor, I would drink a tablespoon from his oils. You can buy it in the health food store. It's not cheap. And it doesn't taste good. You understand? You drink a tablespoon of oil. And then you might not metabolize it. That's the problem. That's why I like the rain salt. Why? It is in whole food form, whole seed. That our manufacturer press the oil, fresh, cold press, and then grind the seed, and then put it back together. It's like original. We're eating the original seed, but it is processed so that with the technology that we can absorb very quickly the nutrients in there. So I have to say, it's about oxygen. This special fat are highly oxygen absorbing. That's what I learned years ago. I kept this note. And then 2015, I read another book. I mean, Rain International invited this professor from MIT to teach. He wrote this book, published 2015. He wrote this book for the training the MDs, the doctors. So it's the doctors, they don't study nutrition in the medical school. They just study anatomy and treatments and medicines. They probably have half an hour, 30 minutes. I mean, my son said 30 minutes study nutrition, that's it. Okay. So this book talks about oxygen. I copied this from this book. He said, essential fatty acid is the oxygen magnet. I mean, science is science. The scientist from Germany said it 80 some years ago. And now it's confirmed. In this book, it talks about many universities collect data. Oxygen is so important in cancer treatment, therapy now. Yeah, I have people that suffer cancer and the doctor send them to cancer, oxygen therapy. $200 a session. It's not cheap. You buy oxygen. So, and of course, now with this so-called COVID-19 virus going on now, you people cannot breathe. So they're getting this ventilator to press oxygen in. You see, oxygen getting popular name. So, and why people, I tell you what, people nowadays suffering all these chronic illnesses is because lacking oxygen. Because we are eating bad oil, oxidized oil every day, okay? If you don't understand the oxidized oil, go watch my other video. So just remember these 2 points, okay? Essential fatty acid and oxygen. They have to go together, okay? Now, anemia. People are anemic. If I put a scale 1 to 10, okay, depending on your, if you're just a little bit off the scale, you're still okay. But if you just completely off, I mean, Judy and I met this, we had a Zoom meeting with this lady. It's only 2 points. Wow, that's low. That's almost no blood anymore. And you know what? I see a lot of people's blood test report. All those people suffering problem, cancer, to all low blood. 2 points. Like, so anybody suffering heart problem, like I said, years before you become very seriously ill, okay? You might just have a light dizziness or a little bit sometime, tired, you can just feel like that. But there are people, I know I've been in health food business so long, there people walk up to me, especially girls, she would tell me she got heart problem. I look at her, I said, you're so young, you should not have heart problem. I think you're anemic. As I told her, when you don't have enough blood, the heart has to pump faster to keep the pace of feeding yourself. It's not that you don't have enough blood, it goes slower. It just, you don't get enough blood moving all over your cells, you are lacking oxygen. Because blood needs oxygen. So eventually anemic people will get an enlarged heart because they're always pumping, trying to catch breath. So it's like, you ever hear people say they have a tennis elbow, the muscle become very big on the arm? Yeah, that's it. If you use it, the heart, same thing. If you make the heart pump 10% more harder, it's going to be an enlarged heart. When you turn 60, the doctor said, oh, you got heart disease. Your heart got enlarged. Or maybe you need a heart transplant. That's it. So it's called overwork. So more for ladies, okay? More for ladies. Brain, lacking nutrients, lacking good oil, okay? And also the nutrient. You got less blood. The blood is your messenger carrying all that nutrients to deliver to each cell. So you don't have it, you sit, especially you don't even sleep you don't sleep even 8 hours. You're not gonna get your brain and nourish with a lot of blood, okay? And you don't exercise, so that's how it will dry up and your brain cell will shrink. Yeah. Now, kidney. Tonight I'm going to focus on the kidney. I was reading this book. I'm getting a little bit more detail. It's in 1 minute, every minute. That little tube in the kidney, the kidney is a filter of the blood. 1 minute. Process 1 liter of blood. 1 liter, 1 minute. I read it several times. I said, did I miss it? Okay, that's a lot of blood in the kidney. So can you imagine if you're a little bit anemic? Oh, you're in trouble. That's why years ago, there's like 20 some years ago, I read up this one kidney specialist. Okay, I like to read a lot of stuff. Okay, that's my hobby, reading. And he's a kidney surgeon. He operated more than 10,000 kidneys. That's a lot of kidneys to cut up. He said, every kidney are in good shape. They just clogged up. They just clogged up. And he said, if you follow a good diet, you can reverse. You can reverse, you can, clean up your kidney, unclog them. Your kidney will function all over again. Now, that was what I read. This is like, I kept the article. And it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? This is what I like to read. I like to read those publications that are written by authoritative professionals. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't believe advertisements. Okay, we don't believe. Trust me, science. So this is good news, okay? Liver, if you're anemic, your liver is called sluggish. It shows up in your blood test. It's called sluggish. That means kind of like dry, partially dry. Okay, the liver is a blood reservoir. Okay, so it's a little dry. And I must tell you, because I had low cholesterol, so my liver reading in the blood test was sluggish. Okay, so, and my hand, yellow color. And, but I make it to work. I work 10 hours a day. I make it through, but I pay for it. You understand? That's why I was not so healthy. And I was younger, but sure, that's how I can share my own experience with you. So you must, don't let yourself become anemic. If you are young right now, in the 30, 40, you're anemic, you're in trouble. You know, you have to make sure when you are middle age now, you are in the range. You're in the range. Go take a blood test every year. Okay, look at it. If you're in the middle range, you would feel confident when you when you become a senior, 70 years old, you still will be healthy. Because as you get older, everything slows down. Your whole metabolism process, your liver, your kidney, everything slows down even more. So if you are low right now, middle age, oh man, when you're 20 years from now, you will be very low. It'll be too late by then. But thank God for this brain soul. Now that it's been around 10 years, and I got good news for you. That's the thing. You know, if you're 70, 80 years old, take it. It's so easy. Just tear it up and take it and make sure things are moving, oxygen, and building some blood, okay? But I think middle age is very important, okay? Skin, I told you already, okay? So you see people with yellow hand, yellow skin, a lot of age spot. Okay, they need it. They anemic. Lack of oxygen, tired, toxins build up. So these are the symptoms that we look for if we're friends, you know, kind of like, you know, everyone needs it. Trust me, all the ladies, and I can tell you, those people in the diabetes family, they're on the low blood side. I done my survey. I done my data gathering. People in the diabetes family, they're all on the low side. Okay, they need to build the blood up, including the men's. Okay. Now this is a newspaper from Taiwan. Just want to show you. They estimated 20% of the young women that potentially they're gonna have babies. 20% anemic. 20%. And right here they talk about when they anemic, they're gonna affect the baby. Of course, the brain, or it can be death. Very serious. Okay, and it's population. The so-called anemic population is expanding, and mainly because the food. You know, we are always rushing here and there nowadays. We're not eating the right food, and it's all processed. Okay, now get into this major topic now, kidney. Now I used to show this picture. You know, the kidney, the bone marrow, the kidney sends out a message. Okay, sends out a message. And the message is what? It's called this hormone erythropoietin. Okay, I call it EPO then, short name, okay? It's a hormone produced by the kidney. And this, now, again, hormone is made by cholesterol, right? So cholesterol is a family of fat and good oil, okay? So your kidney has to secrete this hormone and give the instruction to the bone marrow, send a message. Your kidney sends your blood is going down, not enough red blood cell and not enough oxygen. It will send this message, hormone, to tell the bone marrow to start making more red blood cells, okay? And also, just to let you know, this is average statistic. This is what they publish. Kidney is 60%. Your kidney, when you turn 60 years old, is about only working about 60%. That means 40% is being blocked. This is standard. What is this erythropoietin? It's a protein hormone produced by the kidney. And this, the role of this hormone is to control the production of red blood cells needed to carry oxygen to all the parts of the body. And then once this erythropoietin, EPO, okay, get released by the kidney into the bloodstream, it will go into the receptors of every bone marrow, and it start stimulating the production of red blood cell. So kidney that are diseased and damaged do not make enough EPO. No signal. Hey, you can eat all the stuff you want. You can eat the best supplement in the market you want. You know, there are a lot of supplements. You know, the most easiest supplement is the doctor prescribed is if they detected the person anemic is, oh, there's, oh, for lady, lack of iron. A lot of iron, lacking. They would take this iron pill. Did you know you can never take the iron pill more than 2 years? It's called heavy metal. I've seen enough lady, so sorry to say, they removed the kidney. They had to cut it off because they've been taking iron pill for 10 years. It's so sad, no education. The doctor should warn the patient, only 2 years. But I see, I understand. I met this other lady today in the Hong Kong office. She's so anemic, I guess the doctor couldn't help but have to give her some iron pill. So this is called, to me, I think it's ignorance on our part, okay? You go see doctors only diagnose illnesses. He cannot tell you what to eat. He just say, go home and eat a balanced meal. You know, the doctor don't know what you're eating, okay? So I'm telling you, this is it. So it's a vicious cycle. The more anemic you are, and the more blockage. You see, 1 minute filter 1 liter of blood. Come on, you only have 60% of the liter. All those little blood vessels going to dry up and clogged up. And there's going to be less of this hormone being secreted. Okay, this hormone is active for a short time in the kidney and then eliminated from the body in the urine. Once this hormone get released to the bone marrow, and after the bone marrow produce a red blood cell, and then kidney will sense it, okay? And then was, well, of course, will stop producing, and then any excess, it will flush in your urine. You will, it's just, it will just get eliminated in the urine. So your body works automatic. You see the lower picture? You see, when your blood only have little tiny blood, anemia, low blood concentration, immediately the kidney understand. That is if the kidney is working perfectly. And then the kidney will secrete this EPO and more cells in the bone marrow will make. This is amazing. Everything is automatic in our body. And this particular hormone right here, the EPO right here. Okay, this is the kidney, this is the blood coming in, okay, through the red, okay? And it goes in, see the blood is dirty, okay? Kidney is filtered. The blood will come in, is dirty. It goes through these little tubes. There are a lot of tubes. These tubes right here. There's 1 million. There's an average in the kidney, you know, in our kidney. Well, when I say kidney means the 2 kidney, huh? There's each kidney contains about 1 million nephrons, tiny filtering center that clean the blood. This is where the blockage. Can you imagine if your blood is sticky? You have sticky blood. You have sugar, extra sugar, diabetes. Or you have gout. Okay, gout has purine. Or you've been eating a lot of synthetic food that are not so-called natural. Whatever, the worst thing is the sticky part. What caused the blood to be sticky? Lacking oxygen. That's the first thing. You don't have enough oxygen, the blood will clump together. And you make it worse, if you've been eating a lot of fatty food, then even more sticky. And then you love to eat sweet, or you're suffering diabetes, or you're from a diabetes family, even more sticky. Come on, 1 million, it sounds a lot. But come on, you add up the hours, the days, and the years. No wonder people about, you know, middle age or 60, 50, start finding out they're in deep trouble. The kidneys clogged up. If you figure out 1/2 of them are blocked, the nephrons are blocked, the blood will come back out dirty and it will clog up more. It keeps clogging up. Don't you think it's common sense? We need somehow to figure out how to unclog them, to clean them out, you know? This is the kidney. In the heart, in the artery, the heart artery, you get a heart attack. If you have a lot of bad cholesterol clogged up, doctor say, oh, you need a bypass. Hey, doctor can do the surgery because that artery is very big. doctor can cut it and replace it with something, some other vessels in your leg. They can replace it, do a bypass. But this kidney one, it's not replaceable. It's too tiny. Only the blood cell can get in and oxygen can get in. Yeah. This is it. The blood goes in here and then has to go into this little nephron. 1 million of them. And has a good filter here, very complicated. You clean it back up and then it'll come back out here. And the blood vessel, clean it up and it'll come back out here and come back out this yellow section. This is getting ready to go to the bladder for your urine to come out with the poisons, the toxins. That's what urine is. The kidney is responsible to clean up the garbage that are in the blood. And another thing that will very easily to clog up these nephrons, these little tubes, is too much protein. Too much protein. When you go to urine, when you go to urine, a lot of bubble, a lot of bubble. You see a lot of bubble? Either is too much sugar or too much protein. If you're eating too much protein, that's another damage to the liver. The kidney. It'll clog up these. Because the kidney would filter this protein. And some of the protein, you don't use it can recycle. So you don't need to eat protein every day. You know how much protein every day you should eat? This professor told us, the palm of your hand, the palm. The palm. And look at this palm. This is the amount of protein you should eat one day. But today, a lot of people in the big cities will overeat. We'll probably have protein 3 times a day. The only children that are growing, puberty, they need more because, they from baby, they grow to a, tall gentleman. Okay, little baby girl grow into a beautiful lady. Now they need a little bit more. But after we're fully grown, we don't need too much protein. Unless you do a lot of labor job, you know what I'm saying? You play sport, you use a lot of muscle. So everyone's different, but besides the sticky blood, excess protein is another trouble. Okay, so that's why I tell you what, if now after tonight, this is what you have to focus on. The nephrons, that the blood will bring everything, whatever's in the blood. You saw the tube of blood that had a lot of fat, right? Well, it will go through this too. It will go through here and then filter it, and then we'll pass it back out here and go to the bladder. So if it's too sticky, it's going to stick in here. It gets stuck up there. How you clean it out? I'm telling you. I told you this doctor that is a kidney specialist. He said you can reverse it. Just stop eating too much protein. Okay, stop eating too much protein and make sure you drink enough good water. Okay, 7 to 8 cups. And I told you, watch your urine color. If it's too yellow, that means you're lacking water. If your urine is kind of like pale yellow, it's okay, normal. If it's too white, you might be drinking too much water. Okay, you can overdo it. So look at the color and do some exercise. That's good. But main thing is keep your blood full of oxygen. Keep the blood moving. That is the ultimate goal. Okay, if you can do that, you can eat anything you want. Okay? We all enjoy food. But just make sure you know how to balance it. Okay? So this is it. That's another picture. The EPO, the hormone comes into the bone marrow and then makes the blood. Okay. Now it is estimated nowadays for diabetes people, 1 out of 3 will suffer some sort of kidney problem. I mean, I said this is a serious problem. Okay, in Taiwan, people on dialysis, 50% are diabetes people, over 50%. Now, 1 out of 5, that means 20% for people with high blood pressure. If you don't take care of yourself, you let yourself have high blood pressure. High blood pressure is very damaging to the kidney. I once read a report. They try to, save your kidney. So when they spotted young people, age 20, there are a lot of people, young people now have high blood pressure. They don't drink enough water. They eat too much salty food. Again, they eat too many sweet. Everything's sweet. I tell you what, the doctors say they better prescribe high blood pressure medicine to the people that are 20 years old to take, so that the blood pressure will be, controlled, and therefore will not break or damage the kidney capillaries. These small vessels. Yeah, so high blood pressure is a killer too to kidney. So that's why, please help yourself. Make sure you understand. You love to eat. You know how to clean out inside too. Now, water is also important. You see, in your blood, as the blood travels through the nephron in the kidney, as the blood travels through the nephron, the little tube that's going to clean up your blood, that blood, every drop of the blood should be 94% water. Just make sure you drink the water, okay? In the kidney, it needs about 83%. Yes, blood circulation is very important. Very important. And more important, brain is more important. The next one is the kidney. Because the liver is important too, okay? But the kidney has the fine tubing. 1 million, you just think. You can afford to abuse yourself for a long time before you come down with problem. Yes, you can. You can abuse a long time. That's why, we're ring partners. We love to share with everyone what we know. It's just prevention is better than coming down with something years later. Blood. Okay. Anemic. Woman anemic is seriously in trouble. Okay. So this is just Hong Kong statistics. Hong Kong people now, I tell you what, I couldn't believe it. They say in next 10 years, the number of diabetic people will double. Even the youngest diabetic patient is just 3 years old. Children, more and more, because you know what? Of all the health challenges, I can tell you, diabetic will run down in the family. Why? They eat the same food. It's a habit. You can reverse it. I can tell you, my mom was diabetic, my grandpa is, but I'm telling you, I'm not. I refuse. I make sure I don't eat crazy stuff. Okay, you have to do it. So 25% of the people age 60 might come down with diabetes. Very sad. And they say even under 40s, I forgot the number. What is it? 1 hour of what? Okay, under 40 years old also increasing alarmingly. So 10 years I worked with this Rinso product. When I heard it was cold pressed seed nutrition 10 years ago, I love it already. I already knew what essential fatty acid is lacking in my diet. I knew it. Now, I know a lot of people don't. That's why a lot of people say, oh, when I first started, I'm not kidding with you. I mean, I just say, oh, this is a good cold pressed omega, good seed oil. You know, people say, oh no, I have too much fat. I don't need it. Okay, but now I study so much, and for 10 years, and I've seen so many testimony. Now I tell people it's oxygen. Now that I learned from the professor, okay, it's oxygen. You need that to prevent the sticky blood. Now, besides this, you know, clog up your heart and clog up your brain, now it's going to clog up your kidney. Come on, how are you going to clean up all those blockage in that nephrons, in that little tube? 1 million of them. This is it. Yeah, this is a study I shared with you already. Okay, so it's more than just the bone marrow. So I gave you a complete overview how the red blood cell being generated from the bone marrow. It needs the kidney to send the signal. And that signal is part of, it needs cholesterol to build it. You need to have good cholesterol to send that message to the bone marrow to make the red blood cell. And this is supposed to be automatic constantly. You know, this message is automatic. Since you got low blood, okay, they will send the message, go produce more red blood cell. Come on, it's not about what you eat. I used to talk to a lady, and I know that they're very yellow. I said, hey, you don't have enough blood, you know. They said, oh, I always make some, you know how the Chinese herb got a lot of stuff that, you know, you drink to build the blood. Yeah, you're taking iron. But now you understand, if you clog up that 1 million nephrons, that little tube, you can eat all you want. You can eat the best, whatever food out there. It's not going to do anything because it's clogged up. You're going to be anemic. And that's what a lot of people suffering kidney disease now. Anyway, so another reason I summarize it, we need this Rinso as internal shampoo. That's all I can tell you. It's more than just cleaning that, more than good oil in, bad oil out. It's cleaning these little tubes in your kidney and your vessels, in your artery, everything. It's a powerful product. So anyway, I'm not a professional person, but I just love to read and study, and because I've seen so many people benefit from it. You know how your kidney improved? I remember one person said, oh, this product really good. Now I can urine a big cup of urine. Before, only little tiny drops. Now the urine can fill up the cup. You see? That's opening the kidney. So this is wonderful. I'm so happy. You know, I took these pictures. I told doctor one day I'll invite him to Asia. He would do a live blood test. He just asked volunteers, and you can see the blood is so sticky. And I met him 3 times already. Every time the same. And then he give 2 packets all 2 core, all 1 core, same thing, 2 packets, about 25 minutes. The person will go up and give another blood test. And you see the same thing. The blood getting oxygen and moving. That's 25 minutes. If you wait 45 minutes, it will start moving more. Yeah, so this is it. This is science. Good oil in, bad oil out. And essential fatty acid brings oxygen. So this lady exactly what happened. She's anemic. You know, when this happened last year, she used to have high blood pressure, high triglyceride, and high cholesterol. She's a vegetarian. You know, the Asian vegetarian is not so healthy. A lot of oil. You know, they cook with a lot of oil. So, and she took the rain salt, and everything came down normal. Then since then, I don't see her too often. Okay, because she used to grab my hand and say, "Oh, thank you, Kwok Lao Sư. Oh, my brother is very good now." But then I haven't seen her for a while until last year. She came to see me in my meeting and told me, "Oh, Rain So saved me." I said, "What happened?" So he showed me her picture in the phone. You see, I asked her to send me a copy, so she did. So this is it. She woke up one day, in the morning. Okay, one morning, and just happened like that. She went to the doctor. Doctor checked her out, take all the brain scan, nothing wrong. It's not a stroke, nothing wrong. And the doctor checked that, say, only conclusion is that you're anemic. Not enough blood going into the brain. And there's a bacteria, virus attack. Chew up her number 5 nerve right here. That's what happened. So she remember what I share with her. You know, I go to every meeting, I share the same thing. Oxygen, build your blood. So she called a company. She put in a big order. She bought plus 624 boxes. She decided to go 2. No, she didn't call anybody. She took 2 packets 4 times a day. So that's 8 packets a day. She told me total 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks. 7 days a week, so it's 42 days. I guess so you multiply out 42 days, how many packs? Let me multiply it. 42 times 8. She took 330 packets. So how many boxes is that? 336, 30. Yeah, that's only 11 boxes. So that's a happy result. So anyway, so we're happy. So all I can tell you, your body do regenerate. So make sure, you know, please join our company, become a member, and you take this product. I always said it. I want all the ladies taking it every day, 2 packets a day. You understand? Please. And those are, parents, you know, seniors at home, please buy it for them, because otherwise, you know, no one wants to suffer. No one wants to suffer or see their loved ones suffer when they get old. That's the time they should enjoy life, right? So please, this is it. And anyway, so I learned a lot by sharing. Every time when I share, I felt like, oh, gee, I'm going to have to take more. It reminds me myself too, okay? All right, so thank you for tonight. Okay, we'll see you next week. I think next week, Julia, I'm going to talk about follow-up, okay? Yeah.